Check out this video. Big trouble getting dangerously close to some homes in Prattville, Alabama. It all started a few weeks ago when they discovered they were suddenly living along a 100-foot cliff. People in the neighborhoods were told that Christmas-time storms caused the massive sinkhole to open up. So far, there's been no word on how officials plan to try and fix the problem.
Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. Now 11 minutes before 7. I'm Lisa Badeau here with Kyle Bosch, and we're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we start now with breaking news. A late night fire did $100,000 in damage to a commercial kitchen rental business in North Fargo. Neighbors reported flames coming from the roof of Square One Rental Kitchens in the 1400 block of 1st Avenue North just before 11 last night. Black smoke was billowing out of that building as Fargo firefighters tried to contain the flames. Fortunately, no injuries reported, and the fire department says damage probably could have been a lot worse.
The whole building was full of really thick black smoke. There's fire damage and pretty heavy fire damage in one room, and then the rest of the building has heavy smoke damage. The structure itself is still sound. The attic space is not burned. The main walls aren't burned. So with the remodel if they fix the wall that had most of the fire in it and can clean the soot out okay, then they should be able to stay in business.
Fargo Fire Department officials say determining a cause of that fire could take a few days up to possibly a few weeks. Coming up on 6:51, time for weather and traffic on the ones, and we check in with meteorologist Lisa Green. And it's, maybe not as windy, but still very cold this morning.
Yeah, it's chilly, especially the farther east you are. But at least we have some good visibility for that drive in to work with that wind on the lighter side. And no real snow to show you here either on our tower cam. So looking nice and quiet as we look off to the north toward downtown. A look at our temperatures right now. It's cool, especially if you're over toward Bemidji and Lake of the Woods, where we are below the 0-degree mark there. 5 below in Bemidji, 4 below in Roseau, right at 0 in Wadena, and up Highway 10 toward Detroit Lakes also at 0 degrees. Fargo-Moorhead, we've warmed up a little at 8 degrees here and 11 in Grand Forks, and it's warmest west where we also have some cloud cover going on there. Now wind chills are a problem too. We're also experiencing wind chills that are into the teens and 20s below in Minnesota, so make sure you're prepared for some frigid weather as you step out the door. We have also got some snow showers out toward Kidder County west of our viewing area here that may just brush our far western counties this morning, but at least we don't have the wind. We're looking at wind speeds that are ranging anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour, but as I mentioned, with our temperatures as low as they are, we're going to be seeing those wind chills that are below the 0-degree mark. Now, here's a look at the rest of our day today. We're going to expect to see temperatures that are slowly rising above 0 up in the north and east, right around 10 degrees in the Central Valley, and a warmer, milder day west, where we'll be seeing temperatures in the upper teens to some low 20s. Wind will stay out of the northwest, and will be into the teens at times and maybe even gusting into the low 20s. So it's going to feel cold all day if you're going to be outside, especially in open areas where you're exposed to that wind. And then later on this evening, if you have plans to head out for Mardi Gras, it's going to be pretty cold. Temperatures are right around 0. By 11 o'clock tonight, more clouds roll in and our next system approaches. Some snow showers move into the Devil's Lake Basin tonight and continue making their way south, bringing us some light snow into the day Wednesday. So that morning drive tomorrow may include a fresh coating of snow on those road surfaces. Temperatures begin their climb. It will be back into the upper teens by Thursday and Friday with quiet conditions. And then into this weekend, it's looking good. We'll be into the 20s. Let's check in now with Al for an update on traffic.
Police traffic this morning is about as thick as I've seen it out here on the Metro Interstate Loop. It is really, really busy. And around the tri-level, what an adventure there. My goodness sakes. Make sure you allow yourself extra time to get where you're going this morning, because we have a very, very busy traffic morning going. Good news is the road surface is dry. Travel speeds out here, they're right up there. They're 60 to 65 miles an hour. A lot of merging traffic around here. So, again, make sure you're driving extra carefully today. Enjoy your day. Al Valley Today traffic.
We've got an update this morning on a dog attack case in Grand Forks. Police say they have identified the owner of a dog that was killed after that dog attacked another dog and its owner last month. However, they are not releasing that person's name yet because no charges have been filed. The attack happened at the Lincoln Dog Park. Investigators say the owner of the dog that was attacked
was bitten while trying to break up the fight. He wound up stabbing the attacking dog to death with a knife.
A developing story this morning. A 28-year-old man has been officially charged with murder and reckless endangerment after a deadly shooting in Enderlin, North Dakota over the weekend. Paul Miller is being held in the Cass County Jail after turning himself in to Fargo police Sunday night. Authorities believe Miller and the victim knew each other but have not released any motive for the shooting. Billy
Holiday was killed Sunday in what's being described as a drive-by shooting. At the time, Holiday was said to be dropping off his 3-year-old cousin. Investigators say a pickup and weapon that are believed to have been used in the shooting were recovered in rural Barnes County. A Perham, Minnesota man will spend more than a decade behind bars for shooting another man living on his property. Gerald Schulte was sentenced to 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to attempted murder. Schulte has already spent about 5 months in jail. The shooting happened last September. The Ottertail County Sheriff says a woman called them just after 7 in the morning saying her boyfriend had been shot. The 39-year-old victim was found near a road with a gunshot wound. After a brief standoff, Schulte surrendered to deputies. A West Fargo police officer will serve a 5-day unpaid suspension after being arrested for DUI earlier this year. Weston Christensen was arrested by a Cass County Sheriff's deputy in the early morning hours of New Year's Day. After serving the suspension, Christensen will remain in his current assignment as a school resource officer. He was hired by the West Fargo Police Department in 2013. A Fargo North High School resource officer has an idea that's getting attention across the district. Cop Talk is the brainchild of Officer Chad Moen. He wanted to have important conversations with students after the Ferguson, Missouri protests. They've covered topics such as traffic stops, loud parties, and what happened when a student was slammed to the ground by an officer in a South Carolina classroom.
Old story, and they come to their own conclusion. It still may be negative of law enforcement, but at least they have a better understanding, a realistic perception of what's going on there. There's a similar program being planned at Davies High School in Fargo. If you're thinking about getting your child a toy that connects to the internet, you might want to do a little homework first if you're concerned about security. You may have heard about recent reports of security flaws in some internet-connected toys. The latest involves the Smart Toy Bear from Fisher-Price. The bear collects the child's name, birth date, and gender. One mom we talked to urges other parents to pay attention to what kind of information the toy is asking for. She says parents can avoid exposing their kids to the possibility of being hacked by either avoiding smart toys or not giving out so much of their child's identifying information so willingly. It's becoming a popular accent in homes, a stained glass window. The Valley Today's Christy Larson has been live this morning at a business where you can not only buy some stained glass for your home, but also make your own. Hi, Christy.
Good morning. Yeah, we're here at Studio Renaissance with Ramon, and we've been doing a lot of talking and a lot of working here this morning, even created my own star, and I think that's what's fun is people can get just as involved as they want, or maybe if they just want to come and buy a little unique piece, they can do that too.
Yeah, you know, the goal of Studio Renaissance is to not just be Fargo's locally stained glass studio, but the greater Valley area. We want to be able to take care of all your residential needs or your church needs, if even, you know. If you are an artisan that hasn't done the art for a while, you know, then I want to be able to help you on the retail end and give you affordable supplies. If you want to come in and pick up a new hobby, come on in. Let's create. That's the best thing about stained glass is that you can take something that it wasn't supposed to be, break it back down, build it back up into an image that you feel it should be. If that is not fun or creative or enticing, I don't know what more is, you know?
And I know that, like I've told a lot of people, this isn't something that I even knew how to do beforehand, and then you showed me and it was really easy to do. And that's the thing is a lot of these homes are adding these accent pieces.
Yeah, you know, and that's the fun part is I get a lot of people that'll come in and they're like, you know what, I want stained glass, but I want to do it. I want that experience. That's what I try to offer, you know. If you have a place in your home or if you have a hutch or something that you find and there's a piece of stained glass and you're like, you know, I want to redo that. Come on in and see me. We're going to take care of you and we're going to teach you how to do it. Not only how to do it, but do it right and safely.
And we did take a look earlier this morning at some of the other ones, whether it's going to be a sports-themed stained glass, or maybe it's just something a little unique to hang in your window, maybe at work. Guys, this is going to be in my window. It's all here at Studio Renaissance. So we do have a link up on valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button, and then you can sign up there for classes or maybe even reach out for your own unique project in your own house.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff. It's beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful project that Christy quite literally made this morning.
Right.
Well, she was right there. So a great opportunity for people who want to do it themselves to get involved as well.
Very cool. Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Christy. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: new stats say the average woman will do this about 16 times in her lifetime.
The answer: go on a diet. Remember, you can take part in our question of the morning at our Valley News Live Facebook page. Fat Tuesday. Time to eat up all the meat in our fridge and have a little party.
Yeah, that's right. We've got some cold weather. Might as well just stay in for Mardi Gras today because it's going to be pretty chilly, high temperature around 8 degrees. And this evening, perhaps even colder than that, wind out of the north and up to about 15 miles per hour. Frigid start, especially in the east with temperatures 6 below in some spots.
Thanks for waking up at the Valley today. More local news and weather right here in 25 minutes.
Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.